Hey guys, Dark Atheist here. We are going into week 156 and the last game of the season, but first we got some suing to do as we are taking on Tampa Bay, and we take one of two. Milwaukee, though, we lose the first two. We need to get some room here as St. Louis. We're in a close race, and we take the third one and try to avoid the sweep, and we don't, so we're trying to avoid a split there, but we're going to go into the Cardinals, the first game of the series, and it is a one-game lead. We are up by one, but we need to hold this. Now, if we lose to the Cardinals when it comes to the wild card, we will not make the playoffs. But if they win, then they will make the wild card. So here we go, as we have Reyes out here pitching, and he will strike out Baez. So here is the lineup for today as we come out. And there's Kyle Schwarber, big hit, but it will die in right field. It'll be taken by, I believe that's Piscotty out there in right. So on a 2-0 count, it's going to be Bryant going the other way, a long fly ball. And it'll be caught just at the wall, and that will be up there for the first inning. We're going to have Jake Arrieta out here, 15-8 and 3.22 ERA. Arrieta here is going to have a fly ball into left field after he walked one that's going to be caught by Schwarber and hit in. We do have a man out first. Did walk with 2 outs, 0-2 count. It's going to be hit deep into center field, and that's easily played there by Happ. So Happ's going to throw it in, and that's going to be another out. So Arrieta out here, 0-1 count. It's in the hole. It's going to be hit and thrown over to first. It's going to be Russell with the big play there over to Rizzo to end the inning. So here we go into the second. It's a high fly ball, and that's definitely a rocket that's out, as that will be a solo shot for the Cardinals. And that is just a huge shot, and that will be given. But here we go, and Arrieta here going out and coming back with the strikeout. 0-2 count, and another one, the slider after walking a batter. Carpenter taking a seat there. He's questioning that, but there's a solo shot to make it 1-0 Cardinals, as Baez is caught looking, and that's up in the outside corner. And he's even shocked at that one, as both teams just a liberal strike zone today, as Bryant taking this against the shift towards second base, and that'll be a single. So we go with Rizzo. Rizzo down the line. It will be fielded and stepped on first by Carpenter to end the inning. So the Cubs not getting anything there. It's Gorko, Piscotty, and Fowler are up. I think it was Gorko that had that home run in the first inning. Actually had a ground out, so we'll see what he can do here. And this is a big one, as we've had some issues with Gorko in the past. And see Arrieta here getting the slow roller down the line. That's foul. And then the biggest thing with him is Gorko's also had most of the runs to start out with when it comes to the Cardinals besides this game. They've beaten us about half the time this year. And so 0-2, going the outside, slider down the middle and getting Gorko with that one. And that is a good pitch round there. 1-1. Slow roller to Rizzo and stepping on first to end the inning there, as we come up with Contreras, Happ, and Russell. So here is Baez, though, later on in the game. He's going to have a single up the middle to start this one with 2 outs. And going the outside, it's going to be thrown over. It's going to hit out, and Baez will steal. No, he's going to be thrown out. Looked like a close play, but Reyes gets out of that inning. And it'll be Schwarber that's up next after that one. We're in the 6th inning now, as there's another solo shot, and that one, instead of being over in left field, that one's in right field. And that one will be Carpenter. So with a full count here, Arrieta trying to get out of this inning. And it'll be a single between Baez and Rizzo. So thrown in there. We're trying to get out of this inning without changing pitchers. So 1-2 over to Bryant. Bryant over to second. And that will end the inning. So in the 7th, going over to Schwarber. And that is a rocket. That one's not coming back. And Schwarber finally gets Chicago on the board. That's over in the bullpen, over in right field. So we've literally had, for all the scores today, 3 home runs, 3 solo shots. So I can't English today. So that'll be 34 for Schwarber. Going out here is Contreras. That's put in the right field gap. Contreras is going to go for 2. It's going to be bounced around. It's going to be fielded and thrown in. Contreras will hold up at second. It's not a very good throw over to third, but couldn't have made it there as Bowman comes in with his 2.41 ERA. We'll see what we can do here. Hap's going to be a fly ball deep in the center field and easily playable for Fowler. And that will end the inning. So the Cubs get 1 off that big shot. Arrieta's still in the game in the 7th. 2-2 count, sinker the outside corner. And we'll see Fowler take a seat there. 0-2 count with a man out first. It's going to be hit over to Russell. Russ over to Baez, and Baez over to Rizzo for the double play. This is the end of the 7th. And here is Russell. Russell's going to put it in the left field gap as that one's hit hard, and it's not going to take a Cardinals bounce. Fowler has to go up to the wall to get it, and it'll be a double there for Russell. So it's going to be a no-out double as that's hit up the middle. It's going to fall in between or in front of Fowler as Fowler is going to try to get it in, but that's an easy score for the speedy Baez, or for the speedy Russell there, as that will be Zobrist. But here, this is just rocked straight over to third. So Baez coming out here, and that Zobrist hit was a pinch hit as Baez hits this one in the outfield. And I just thought it was 2 outs here, and they're going to double up Zobrist. Just wasn't paying attention, operator error there. But it is a 2-2 game. Going the 8th. That's rifled down the line. It's going to stay fair. It's going to have a Chicago bounce and thrown into the infield, and that's the pinch hitter for Bowman. So good pinch hitting for Adams there as we go over, and that's hit up the middle. That's going to be in front of Hap. Hap's going to throw it in, and runners will be at the corners. So we will walk to load the bases. And Arrieta, big backhand grab there. So he snagged that one out of the air over to home plate to get the 2nd out. And that's big. But again, we have none other than a pinch runner over on first. That's not the big highlight here, but Jed Gorko. Gorko's hit us time and time again. We're going over. It's going to be a bunt. It's going to be picked up. And Rizzo will just go for the tag. A runner will score, but we do get 1 out. We'll load the bases again. That's over to the pitcher. I believe that was Koji on the mound there. And they score 1. So Sung Hwan Ho will come out here. And Schwarber has a deep shot, and it will not stay fair. Schwarber only had his 2nd one there, and he's going to have a broken bat. It's going to be a slow roller, picked up and thrown out. So Chicago almost had one there. But this is looking for his 46th save. Bryant's going to come out here. Bryant's going to hit a high fly ball, easily playable for Dexter Fowler. And that will be your 2nd out. So it's all up to Rizzo. This will pull the Cardinals within the game. Rizzo right to the 2nd baseman. Easy play. And the Cardinals pulled in 1 game of Chicago. This is the first game in the series. So we still have 3 games against the Cardinals to play in 3 games, I believe, against the Reds. I think it's a 3-game series and a 4. But the biggest thing there is we cannot let the Reds spoil our entrance in to the playoffs. They're the last in our division. Grimm came up with the loss in that 8th inning. So we did have Graham in there, and then later Koji came in. But we take the second game. John Lester, good 7-5 win. We're back to 2 games. We lose, we're back to 1 game. And Kendrick, can we get the win there? We do. So we're back to 2 games. So with Cincinnati, it is a 3-game series. We lose the first one. We are 1 game ahead. Cincinnati, we take that one. We're still 1 game ahead. So the last game will come up with the win. If we win, we're in and we have the first. We're not playing for a wild card. John Lester will be on the mound for us today. And here it is. That's going to be a pop-up over the second. That's going to be fielded by Russell. Remember, if we lose this game, we're out of the playoffs. So, over to Hayward. Easy play. Another fly ball. And it's been routine for the first 2 batters. But Lester here coming out. It's going to be hit into left center. It's going to be fielded, it looks like, by Happ as Happ throws it in, and that'll be a double with 2 outs in the first inning. Lester, we need this game as Lester puts that one in the dirt, and the runner will advance to third. So trying to prevent this first run for the Reds as we go out, and he gets the strikeout on Duvall to end the inning. So stranding 1, 90 feet from the plate. We're going to be going against Amir Garrett, who we've seen a couple times in this series, and Baez will start off our day today. And how the playoffs are going to work with this, if we end up losing this, the Cardinals take the division spot. The 2 wildcard teams, we would be a half game back behind the second. But if the Cardinals win their game, we win, they're in. So if they lose their game actually as well, they will miss the playoffs as well. So we'll come out here with that single, and Schwarber, that's right over the third base. So here's our lineup for today. As Addison Russell has a day off, so it'll be Baez over at short and Zobrist at second. That one's a deep fly ball, easily tracked, and that will strand the runner over on first as we have Rizzo coming out here. Rizzo, high fly ball, but it will be catchable for the catcher behind home plate, and that will end the inning. So we strand 1 just like the Reds do, and we'll see if we can take this game. Lester in the second inning is going to go over, and that's just past Rizzo as Hayward will get this one in, and this is a big game, so we're going to see every hit just about in this one. Man on first, though. Zobrist's going to take this one and make the easy play over on first. No way to get over to second, so with 2 outs. That's going to be over to Baez. Baez over to first to end the inning. So it's still a tie ball game at 0 as Contreras has big hit down the line, and it's just going to stay along that wall as Contreras has a double here in the second inning. And that is a 2-out double as we go in, and that's going to be a pass ball. Contreras is going to move over to third, and we'll see if we can get something here as Lester will strike out swinging. I don't know why he just doesn't tag the runner coming from third, but they'll throw out Lester over on first. And it'll be a tie ball game, but Lester coming out of here finally settling in, getting Garrett on the strike on the inside corner. As we look at it here, St. Louis actually won their game today, so we have to win this one. And here it is. That's off the wall. Schwarber's going to throw it in. The runner will advance over to second easily. And again, this is a very big game, and the Reds are last in the division, one of the worst teams in baseball. So we have a shallow blooper and tracked by Zobrist, easily caught, and that will end the inning. So another stranded runner for the Reds. Just cannot get the guy home. Working here in The 6 can be picked up by Bryant. Bryant over the first. We'll have the runner thrown out there. Going over the next batter, going over to a slow roller. Baez to Rizzo. So going in to the bottom half, Baez. Deep fly ball into right center. It's going to hit just about the warning track, not the wall. It's going to be brought in, and Baez is going to hold at second. Maybe could have got the third, but it's a good throw over to the third baseman, and that'll be a leadoff double. Schwarber here, though, skies this one in the air. Easy play, and it'll be caught. And we'll go to the next one. Bryant with the high fly ball. And this may be deep enough to advance the runner. No, it won't. That's an easy throw, and another good throw by the center fielder. Rizzo out here with 2 outs, full count, and he skies this one up into shallow left field. Easy play for the shortstop. And now it's going to be another inning. This time we're going the 7th. Top. 3-1 count, and that'll be a single over into left field. And Lester is wearing out his stay today in pitching, but we're going to keep him in case he makes one more mistake. And there's another single, so Lester will be definitely coming out of this game. But we're going to try to keep him in to save our bullpen. He gets a double play here, and that will end the inning. That's a big one there, as our bullpen was gassed over this series and St. Louis. So that one's big as Zobrist, Hayward, and Contreras come out here to go. As Zobrist here right over the second baseman, and that will be a lead-off single. So the Cubs trying to get something going here in the 8th inning. As Zobrist takes that when he's batting, I believe, later on in the order as well. As we're going to have Hayward come out here. Man on first. First pitch, he's going to hit this over to second. Easy double play, gets the first. And they get Hayward. Well, gets guy at second and first. So we're back to Lester in the 8th inning. He's still out there, and that's going to be off the glove of Schwarber. They're going to try to go for 2. The speed. It's just not going to do it. And that will end the inning. So here it is in the bottom of the 8th. Going over. Good throw over from third. Just a big one. And I'm sorry, I don't know a lot of these Reds' names so far, but we'll get acquainted with this franchise. That one's down the line as Happ has this one. It's over the glove, and Happ's going to move over to third, and that will be a triple for the young kid. So we'll see what we can do here as Michael Lorenzen comes in. Baez at the plate. Baez, high fly ball. It's playable easily. It's going to be pulled in. We're going to test it. Happ trying to come from third, and he's going to be thrown out by, it looks like, at least 1 or 2 steps, and they'll end the 8th inning. We're trying to break this tie. So Grimm's going to come in here, and Grimm had an issue pitching and gave up that home run to the Cardinals, but we trust him in his talent. Other than that, he's played very good this year in a lot of clutch moments. This is a game we must win. So Grimm, first batter, 2-1 count. It's going to be a blooper in center, and that's going to fall, and it's going to be a dive. That's operator error, really. I accidentally hit the button, but it will be a single nonetheless. So Peraza's over at second. Grimm is going to get another high fly ball. This time, it looks like we're going to get there in time. It's going to be tracked down and thrown in by Happ. So, Grimm 2-2 count. We'll get the next batter. I believe that's Duvall again. Again, I don't know these Reds, as I'm just getting back into baseball, as that's going to be Hernandez out, and Grimm will end the inning. So Sal Romano's going to come out here. And first, he's going to face the red-hot Schwarber. And that is rocketed in right field. And Schwarber, who had a home run against the Cardinals, hits the walk-off to enter the postseason. and that is big. The first pitch that he's given, it is a shot, an absolute rocket into right field. It was over the board out there and on to Sheffield Avenue. So as he comes in to home, we pull ahead and we claim the division title, as well as we have that bye and force the St. Louis Cardinals to play in the wild card. And that was just right down the middle. There was no way Schwarber was missing that one if he hit. It was going out of the park. And that one's deep, deep. I believe that one went out in Sheffield. Actually, that one's going to go off the scoreboard. But if it would have been nowhere near that scoreboard, it would have been. So here is the playoff bracket. St. Louis against San Fran. They'll play the Dodgers. We'll play Washington. On the other side, Toronto and Houston play each other. Then we'll play Texas and Boston and Cleveland play. So I'll see you guys when we enter the postseason. Later, guys.